Hi everyone, my name's Colette. Welcome to my Thermi kitchen. Andrew, you're going to love what's on the menu tonight. We are going to make cheese and bacon rolls, just like the ones from Baker's Delight.
Woohoo!
But there's going to be an added surprise, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we're going to kick off. So Thermomix is ready to go, and I'm just going to load up our first load of ingredients. So I've got here 2 teaspoons of yeast. So, just your standard instant yeast that you get from Woolies. And just a little tip, keep this in the fridge. It will last better and longer for you. So 2 teaspoons, actually it's not 2 teaspoons, it's 1.5 teaspoons is going into the Thermomix. And just make sure that you're putting it inside and not on the blades themselves. Okay, so that's important. So we've got 1.5 teaspoons of yeast have gone in there, and now we want to feed that yeast, and yeast and sugar are besties, they're the best friends ever. So I've got 2 teaspoons of sugar going in as well. So that's great, and again, not on the blades. And then to this, I'm going to add 280 grams of warm water. Make sure it's not hot. Hot water will kill your yeast. So 280 grams of warm water, that's going in as well. And then I'm going to pop this on. And then we're going to go for 20 seconds at speed 4, just to mix it. So that's now been mixed in. So now we're going to add our other ingredients for the dough. And what I'm going to pop into there is I've got some baker's flour here, and I'm using 480 grams of baker's flour, so that's going in. And then I am going to add in there some salt, and I've got a teaspoon of salt, that's going in. And then we have got this little guy here, which is a bread improver. Now I do like to use a bread improver. Basically what it is, it's various acids and enzymes, and they are used to produce gas and create gluten. Do you need to use it? Nope, but it will give you a better dough with better texture and nicer flavour. So I'm adding into this just 1 teaspoon of that bread improver. And then finally, I'm just going to add in 1 teaspoon of olive oil. So that's going in as well. So that's all my dough ingredients. Lid's going to go back on. And I just want to mix these together. So I'm going to mix these together for 5 seconds at speed 5. So that's all mixed up. That's absolutely fine, that's how I want it. So just giving it a bit of a head start. And now all I need to do is to go into the dough mode, and I'm going to get the Thermomix to knead it for me, because we don't want to be sitting there kneading it away. That's what Thermi does. So I'm going to, on the TN6, go straight into the dough mode. So I'm just going to do that again, Andy, just in case people don't know. Straight into the dough mode, and I'm going to set the time for just 3 minutes. That's going to be enough for what we want. Oops, there we go, 3 minutes is fine. I hit the dough button and turn the dial. So that's going to knead that for 3 minutes. Okay, Thermi is telling me that job is now done. Okay, so here we go. Gosh, I love how Thermomix kneads the dough beautifully. It saves so much time in the kitchen. So there's the dough, and it feels a little bit warmish, which is great. So all I need to do now is to loosen that up. So see the little dial here at the bottom? If you just turn that around, that's going to free up those blades so the dough comes off quite nice and cleanly. 2 little bits there. There you go, nice and clean. So all I need to do now is to just wrap this up, and I'm using my Thermomat. Seriously, if you have not got a Thermomat yet, it's one of your must-haves with your Thermomix. So I don't need to get flour out, I don't need to oil a bowl or anything. All I have to do is wrap this up, and I'm going to set that to one side for about an hour, and that's going to actually double, even probably more than that, even bigger, maybe double to triple in size. And then I'm going to come back and get on with that next stage. So it's in that mat, it's going to be nice and snug, it's got that beautiful insulating layer, so it's going to create that warm environment. If you don't have one, grab yourself a big bowl, oil it down, and pop the dough in, cover it with cling film, then hunt around the house for the nice and warmest spot to actually pop that in. Hey guys, I'd much rather have a Thermomix, wouldn't you? Okay, let's see what happens in an hour's time. Okay, so let's have a look here. You can see in the Thermomat, the bread is exploding, trying to get out of here. So that's absolutely fine. Let's just get that out. And here we go. So I'm just going to pop this all up. This is what I love about the mat. You know, it's easy to come off, nothing sticks to it. So it's a little bit tacky, this flour. You could actually add a teeny bit more flour if you wanted to. So the dough's a little bit tacky, but I'm happy with that. So picking all this up on my mat. So now all I need to do is I am now just going to just get that air out. And then I want to shape this into some rolls. So all I'm going to do is half, and then half again, and then I'm just going to half them down this way. So it doesn't really matter. You can actually make them all the same size. So I would like 1, 2, that's about right. And then I'm going to make another one with this. 3. Now you don't want to tear this. You do want to use a dough spreader. This is the Thermomix one. And I'm not cutting down hard on the mat. It's absolutely fine. So I'm going to go ahead and shape all these doughs. But I just want to show you what I'm doing. So this is my little hack. It's just a little bit different. What I like to do with these is I am just going to flatten them. Just a little bit like that. And these are kind of double cheese and bacon scrolls. So here I've got some cheese and some bacon, which I've just chopped up in the Thermomix, and I'm just going to put a little bit inside. So that's all good. All I want to do then is to roll these out and up, and I just want to encase these. So it's like little pigs in blankets basically. All in there. All right, so that's good. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, roll this around. So my hand is cupped on top. It's not pressing down hard, it's pressing gently. And I'm just going to roll and roll and roll. So that beautiful cheese and bacon is inside. And now I've got my first lovely little cheese and bacon roll. And that's going to go onto that mat. So I'm going to do that once more so you can see what I'm doing. So just spreading that out. Grabbing a nice little bit of cheese and bacon, because you know in the Baker's Delight ones you kind of get them and there's a lot of dough. I like these, so just bringing up the side, so kind of making that nice and round, and then rolling, rolling, rolling. Beautiful. Okay, so that's my second one. And what we want to do is we want to get it to just touch like that. So they're kind of nearly kissing. And I'm going to do that with the remainder of the rolls. And then what I'm going to do is get a damp tea towel and I'm going to pop that over them and give them a second rise for about half an hour. So that previous rise, that was about 45 minutes. They were ready. Okay, so these beautiful rolls have now risen. So that was an extra half an hour in a nice warm place. So let's have a little look. Yep, that looks awesome. So remember before they weren't quite touching, you can see how lovely and big they have grown. So all I need to do now is to take my lame. So lame, you can get these on the Thermomix mix shop. And basically it's a very sharp razor and it's perfect for your bread making. So all I'm going to do is just to give them a nice quick and deep score. And this will help the steam come out of the rolls. And you want it nice and fine, so you can see that's been done beautifully. And then I've got an egg wash. So the egg wash is basically an egg with a little bit of water added, and I'm just going to spread that on top of each of these rolls, and this will make the filling actually stick to them a little bit better. So I'm doing this. I know, Andrew, you looking forward to these? You do like these, and they're stuffed with extra cheese and bacon. How cool is that going to be? Yum! So you can see those slits that I made, that the razor makes them super fine, whereas a knife can be a bit jagged and a bit big. So if you're into your bread making, please invest in one of those lames, special for bread making. So that's all done there, and then all I need to do is to pack on some good old cheese and bacon. Now if you love pineapple, pineapple is a great addition to pop on here. So just pack it all on. That's all we're doing here. Doesn't matter if it falls down. Yum. So I had about 150 grams of cheese and about 150 grams of bacon. So you can add on exactly what you want. So just packing all that on. Just get those little bits that don't have so much. And then they are ready to go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees. That's a fan force oven. 180 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until all that cheese is golden and bubbly and that bacon is cooked through and the rolls are nice and brown. So in they go. Let's have a look at them a bit later. Okie dokie, so it's time to take them out of the oven. They've been in the oven 180 degrees for 30 minutes. Let's see what we have. Ooh. Yum. Smell really good. Now, one last little step. Again, you don't have to do this, but if you know me, I love my butter. So I've just got a little bit of melted butter here, and I am just going to drizzle that on top. And then I'm going to let these cool down just for a little bit. Pop them onto a wire rack and just let them cool. Now you can freeze these, they freeze beautifully. And they're great for lunch boxes, if they actually ever make it to lunch boxes. Get the hand away. They'll be too hot, they're way too hot to eat at the moment. So lots of luscious butter on there. So I'm just going to let those cool down. Too hot to handle at the moment, but I'll come back and I'll show you what they're like. Alright, so the lovely cheese and bacon rolls have actually cooled down, and let's have a little look and see what we have. So you'll see they will just tear apart really beautifully. So you're just going to tear them apart. Oh my goodness, these look great. So remember the little secret I had with these beautiful rolls? And that secret was inside. So let's have a look at this one. So you can see how beautiful and fluffy they are. And when we look inside, look, we've got some more cheese and bacon hiding in there. So they're going to be yummy on top and yummy inside as well. So all that means is that I need to have a little taste. They're as good, if not better, than shop bought. And I know what's actually gone into them. Yeah, you can have one now, Andrew. Oh my goodness. You should see Andrew's huge bite. Yummy.
Oh.
Soft and fluffy. So, cheese and bacon rolls. Have a go at making them. They're not hard. And a little bit of fun. So yummy.
Mm.